Pierre Poilievre, leader of Canada's Conservative Party, has called for the immediate deportation of temporary residents who engage in hate crimes or violent acts, emphasizing a zero-tolerance approach to anti-Semitism and threats to national security. His remarks came amidst a documented surge in hate crimes, particularly targeting Jewish Canadians, which have risen by 251% since October 7th.
And Israel has friends, as do the Jewish people. Friends that will stand through thick and thin, through fire and water, not equivocating, not speaking out of both sides of our mouth. We must stand with the Jewish people and the state of Israel in their effort to preserve their existence and to live a peaceful, democratic life. And that should not be taken for granted. We see on our own streets anti-Semitism, guided by obscene, woke ideologies that have led to an explosion in hate crimes. Hate crimes were up over 100% in Canada before October 7th. Now they're up 251%, with Jews being the principal victims of those crimes. We must not just condemn these things, we must take action against them. We must deport from our country any temporary resident that is here on a permit or a visa that is carrying out violence or hate crimes on our soil. It was obscene that the IRGC remained legal in Canada for 4 years after it killed 55 of our citizens in the attack on PS Flight 752. It is outrageous that 700 IRGC officials are on Canadian soil, many of them living the lap of luxury on the fruits that they stole from their own people. And we must condemn when our own government gives grants for anti-racism to people like Leif Maruth, or appoints Birju Datani to head up the Canadian Human Rights Commission. We must stand up against these outrages and stand for bringing our people together, united in our common values, our common freedom, and our common love for our country and for humanity. Because in the end, we know the Jewish people will prevail. We know the state of Israel will live on. We as Canadians must live on as allies and friends, so that when we say never again, we mean it.
We must deport from our country any temporary resident that is here on a permit or a visa and is carrying out violence or hate crimes on our soil, Poilievre stated. He described the rise in anti-Semitism as being driven by obscene, woke ideologies, and called for decisive action to protect the safety and unity of Canadians. Poilievre also criticized the Canadian government for its handling of individuals linked to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. He highlighted the presence of 700 IRGC-affiliated individuals in Canada, describing their residency as a security risk, particularly in light of the IRGC's role in the downing of PS Flight 752, which killed 55 Canadian citizens. It is outrageous that such individuals are allowed to live here, often in luxury, after stealing from their own people, he said. The Conservative leader reiterated his stance on stricter immigration controls, criticizing the current administration's policies as radical and out of control. Poilievre advocated for aligning immigration levels with Canada's housing and healthcare resources, while ensuring thorough vetting processes to prevent individuals with violent or hateful intent from entering the country. Reaffirming Canada's solidarity with Israel, Poilievre emphasized the importance of standing against anti-Semitism and supporting democratic allies. We must stand with the Jewish people and the state of Israel in their effort to preserve their existence and live peacefully, he said, adding that Canada's commitment as an ally should never waver. Poilievre's remarks have ignited debates across Canada, with supporters praising his firm stance on hate crimes and immigration, aligning it with a broader conservative emphasis on law and order. Critics, however, have expressed concerns about the potential impact on free speech and Canada's reputation for inclusivity. This proposal reflects ongoing discussions about balancing national security with immigration policies, while addressing the challenges of rising hate crimes and ensuring the safety of vulnerable communities. Poilievre's speech has garnered attention as a defining moment in his leadership approach, emphasizing a commitment to the rule of law and national unity.